All right, all right.
So,
So let's discuss that right now. What was your question about?
oh, is it recording?
Yeah, it's recording now.
Hi, guys. Welcome to today's podcast where we're going to be just talking about a couple different things. The main question for us today, Alex, if you had the chance to only make one movie, what would that movie be and why would you want to make it?
In all honesty, like the kind of movie I would really want to make would be something that involves kind of like a very like action-packed like anime style film. I want to actually like anime films. They're awful. They're generally one of the worst things that come out because the adaptations are usually terrible in terms of like the camera, the visuals. If you ever seen Dragon Ball Evolutions, hope you didn't see it because it was just that bad.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
overall, that's kind of movie I would really want to try implementing. It's not retell an anime, but actually make a movie that basically looks almost like an anime, kind of like Sucker Punch. Have you ever seen Sucker Punch?
No, I'll be honest. I have not watched a lot of anime. I've only just started watching anime like last year, I want to say.
You were watching Invincible, right? A lot.
Well, I was watching, which I guess it could be argued as an
It's
American anime,
it's just an animation. Yeah.
kind of animation, yeah.
Mhm.
But I did get around to seeing Sakamoto Days. I got to see Frieren.
There
I've
you go.
seen Princess Mononoke, a couple more Ghibli films and things like that. So that's really yeah, that's my most contact with anime. But one thing I do appreciate about it is the art style that
Mhm.
they're able to have. Yes, I agree with you that some of the stories can be a little off the I don't know whatever be not off the deep end, but they're a little off sometimes.
Yeah.
And so and that's not necessarily everything, but I've been able to appreciate some of the animes that I have watched. But the main thing I look at is like that beauty of the art. You can tell there's a lot of care with every frame and in every drawing that they have in those films. So I think yeah, if we can get a really good story, like a really genuine story with an anime, I think that there's a lot of potential there, honestly.
Honestly,
Yeah.
what would you?
Oh, if I were to do any film that I wanted to?
Yeah.
That is a good question. Honestly, it's more like editing whatever film I want to, because I'm more of the editing side. So,
Okay.
like, I want to get more into like special effects. Like, I love using After Effects. It is so time consuming though, honestly. But maybe just like in cool little animation, honestly, and I'll be set. Like kind of how you were saying with like anime. Like I'm not really into like making like really realistic art styles, but more like just the cartoonist looking ones, like old 2D looking things.
For sure, for sure. There's a lost art when it comes to 2D animation. Honestly, it's a very beautiful thing, but it's expensive and it's time consuming, and people just don't really have the patience for it anymore, which I think is something that we should definitely change. So if you can definitely start to like go in that path of being able to edit those kinds of films, I think that'd be pretty awesome, honestly.
And then wrapping it all up, since you're the one who started the question, what was your answer?
So my answer, I'm a man of faith myself.
Mhm.
I'm a man of a Christian faith, and I feel like a lot of movies nowadays tend to be a little darker, and Christian films in general just don't necessarily have the best reputation, just simply because like they try to make it more preachy. They try to take a sermon and put it into the screen, not take a story and give it a message. And I feel like that's something that the Christian films lose. So what I would want to do is I would want to make a genuine, like good Christian film that focuses on story first, but then is able to take those biblical themes of like love and faith and mercy and grace and justice, all that, and just be able to make something good out of it. How I would want to execute it is I would want to create a sci-fi gospel film. That's my main thing. That is like the my white whale essentially. I had this idea growing up as a kid, and just being able to combine the epicness of the Lord of the Rings with like the environment of Star Wars or Warhammer or something like that, and just create something that follows like this group of people who would be assumed to be like the lowest of the low, but seeing one individual like be able to share that light of Christ and really just to get that message along of the Bible and the Christian values are relevant throughout the age. Now, granted, I know not everybody is a believer in the faith. I know,
Mhm.
like, what's it called? Especially in movies, I feel like it's not something that has been very popular. It's gotten more popular as time's gone on, which I'm very happy about. But I would love to see like that kind of vibe and that kind of message, because it's easy to kind of dismiss the Bible sometimes as being just this old textbook. But that's not what I believe. That's not what I was raised with. And what I've come to find is that it is relevant in the times that we're in, and it's not just an ancient book. And that's something that I would love to be able to show, is that the Bible is relevant through all the ages. And so I would want to do that through a sci-fi gospel.
Got you, got you. All right, well, we're 2 minutes over the schedule, but I'm sure Ryan is gonna appreciate these
Oh, yes.
answers to all this.
We love our producer Ryan. We love that guy.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well,
Don't
thank you
talk
guys.
back.
Yes. Well, thank you guys for coming out. We thank you for listening to this podcast, and we hope to see you on the next one.
Peace
Take
out.
care. See you later.